Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's adventure task is a little different. Yesterday we were using the Mantis and all of a sudden under load it bogged down. So replicated the issue a couple of times, but see if I can figure it out now. Probably wouldn't do any harm for it to have a good clean out, because it's all very dirty around the carburetor. Fuel lines are quite dirty and not looking the greatest. Let's see if it happens now. Right, so I could replicate the problem again. As soon as you let off the gas, let it idle for a little bit and reapply. It works, so I'm thinking it's not getting quite enough fuel. No good enough fuel delivery at a long time, and it's some kind of restriction. So maybe just be a fuel filter, may also be something else. Okay, let's take that all apart and I'll have a look. It was last serviced about 3.5 years ago, so it hasn't had continuous use since then, which is often a killer. Alright, so here it is on the workbench. In case you're wondering what the view's like from my workbench, there it is, outside with the window open. It's a lovely day outside. Okay, let's get started on this. Now the air filter housing, the air filter itself, not very clean. It's all a bit fuely in here. Okay. And there's no gasket between the carburetor and the air filter box. And this breather is quite blocked by dirt. Everything's looking dirty. And here is the carburetor. It's a Zama something. We'll have to go and empty the fuel tank. You can kind of see that there's all a problem. I don't know if it's made out on camera, but the fuel filter is holding quite a lot of pressure in the line. It's slowly draining, but it should have dropped out quite quickly now. So I'm kind of thinking that the fuel filter might be a little bit clogged. Okay. I can't really blow through it, so that's kind of a fuel filter problem. So we're going to put in another fuel filter. Haven't got exactly the same kind of fuel filter, but this one should be okay. Now we'll just go and change all of these. There's no point having taken everything apart to then leave all of this as it is. I'll go and get my fuel filter, fuel line box, as well as here's a new breather. Okay, this is the same internal diameter. That should work. External is also just about the same. So I buy the aftermarket fuel line. It's not as good as the Tygon official fuel line, but because I've got lots of it, I do all the work myself. I don't really mind it. If you of course go to a shop, they charge you more every time to do it, then you get the official stuff. I'm also not quite convinced that this grommet is going to do much anymore. It's also all a bit hard. It didn't leak, but it's not the greatest. Got two different sizes. This one is obviously too big. And this one, this is the same size. So I guess we are in luck. Now I have been successful in taking these apart and cleaning them out, and that they work again, but I've got a new one here. I'm not really going to bother too much. Ziploc bags. Okay, I don't need the grommet. You just need a bit of fuel line. wiggle it over. Okay, that's all seated. And it's free. Just if you suck on it and you can breathe in, it's fine. Blow back, you shouldn't be able to blow anything out because you want it to be able to only breathe inwards by sucking air in, so that the air replaces the fuel that is consumed. Stay there. And just clean this up a bit. And just a bit of brake clean. And this is not a full service. A full service and clean. So it's just a repair. Stop moving. Just use a screwdriver to help it in, but don't press too hard on the screwdriver or you'll pierce a hole into the grommet. That's all nicely seated. Okay, again, it's not a full service, it's just a little cleanup. So it's looking a little bit better. It's a Zama C1U carburetor, and it has a 121 as well as some other codes. Okay. You shouldn't really reuse gas kits, but this one came off very nicely. Clean the back of the air filter box. Okay, it's a used gasket, but it'll do the job just to seal between the housing in the carburetor. That's the wrong way around. Here we go. Ideally a new air filter would be better, but this one is a lot cleaner. I put it through the washing machine. It's come out quite a lot cleaner. Ideally a new one would be better, but I don't have a new one. And there's not a lot of support for echo machines in Portugal. A bit disformed. Well, we'll get that straight. I just need to clean this cover off a bit. It's quite dirty at the moment. Okay, it's not 100% clean, but it's cleaner than what it was. Okay, seems to prime better as well. We'll go and test it out. See if we have solved the problem or not, otherwise we've got to take the carburetor apart. So it doesn't bog down under acceleration anymore, though the idle is not quite right. Okay, that seems to be happy again. Fix that little issue. Should be good to go for a little bit. So there's another problem.